Yo guys, what is going down? It's MC Noble here. Welcome back to another video. So today's video I'm doing a sort of update on my numark MDX 500s and my numark M64 channel mixer, as I have now owned these for just over a year, and I thought I'd do a little bit of an update on these just to let you know how I'm getting on, and I just wanted to answer a couple of little questions that I had on a previous video about these, and just to clear some things up. And I had a bad experience which was due to my own fault with one of these CDJs as well, which sort of made me think, let's do this video now and sort of update you guys. So I've had these for about a year, well, just over a year. I got them Christmas of 2019 actually. So obviously the Christmas just gone, I would have had them a year, and to be fair, I've loved them, and I've been looking back on some Facebook memories and some videos of me mixing on them, and I was actually quite surprised how quickly I was picking it up and how quickly I was actually learning to use them from a year ago. So basically, I've really enjoyed having these, and these are an absolutely amazing pair of decks, especially for beginners, because they're not too complicated. They're very basic, but they're good, and you can mix with them, and that's what you want really. If you can mix with them, for someone who's maybe starting out as a beginner, it's an absolutely perfect thing to be able to do. And these things do that really greatly, and they've got some really good features with them as well. One of them which I like is this little search for the track button here. So basically you can click that, and it'll just allow you, once you spin the jog wheel, just to browse through the track. So you've got the track playing on this side, and you want to bring this next track in, but you're not quite sure what it is, or you're not too sure what it's going to sound like, so you can just have a little skip in a bit further into the track and see if it's exactly what you want to bring in and stuff like that. And I really like that feature. Another feature is the tempo percentage, which you do get these on a lot of decks anyway, and you can also search through tracks with other decks. But the percentage is actually sometimes quite a good thing, because sometimes you might have a house track here at about 123, 124 BPM, and you might be playing your house at 130, and sometimes you'll drag the pitch right down, and it might just take it to 129, and you might just not quite be able to get it to that 130. So just being able to press the pitch tempo is just absolutely fantastic, and it's actually amazing how it actually works. And it's a really good feature. I do it quite a lot to speed like some hardcore that's maybe at like 165. I can just use it, and I can make it go that little bit faster, and it sounds absolutely wicked. Obviously it will take USB, takes CD, for those of you who didn't know, and it will also connect to a computer, so you can run this with like software and things like that as well. But I don't tend to run it with software, never have done, never will. Software, you get a controller for that really, and USBs are quite fine for me. You don't have to analyze your tracks to use the USB outputs, which is good. So you can just simply put a folder, drag it into a USB stick, put the USB stick in the CDJ, it will read the folder. The only letdown is these CDJs for some reason don't play WAV files, so these will only play MP3 files and files that are obviously on a disc. So if you burn a WAV file onto a disc, the disc will read in the CDJ, but for some reason, if you've got a folder on a USB stick that's full of WAV tracks, unfortunately they won't play, so it only plays USB. And to answer a question that I got on the CDJ, apparently some guy commented he was having an issue where his tempo wasn't staying the same. Now technically what the issue is the tempo is staying the same, but sometimes the CDJ struggles to read the tempo in certain parts of a track. So if you've got, say, like a UK hardcore track and it goes into some out of control dubsteppy bit, for example, I've got a tune on this USB stick. It's a remix of Party Don't Stop by Dougal Gamma and Darren Styles, I believe it is, and it's a remixed bootleg by someone else. And there's a section of that track that goes into like a really fast gabbery Frenchcore, and the tempo does actually change for that split second in the track, but the CDJ struggles to read it. So sometimes you'll have a track, say, at 130, and a section of the track you will think that the track will, like the CDJ will think the track's maybe at 123. So essentially you then think, oh, the track's changed to 123, that's maybe what it's actually at. So then you then speed it back up to maybe that 130, and then the track's going too quick again and you realise you've got to slow it down. So if you originally have your track set to 130 and then it changes to 123, it doesn't mean that it's actually gone to 123. It's just the BPM number literally there, just struggling to read what it's saying on the screen essentially. So it's just struggling to find that tempo, and it will actually go back to what the original tempo is. So it doesn't actually affect the speed of the track, it's just the actual number and digital number on the screen actually changes. And I think a lot of decks do this anyway if the track just struggles to find the BPM of a certain part of a track or something. And finally, one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video, well, we need to get onto the mixer, sorry, but one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video was because last week, me being stupid, I spilt a glass of orange juice on top of these CDJs, and actually since doing that I've actually had to dry it out, and luckily I did get it to work again, but a lot of the buttons, like these ones here, they've gone very sticky. Now they will actually press, but they just don't make the clicking sound really anymore, and they've gone very stiff, and they're very hard to actually click. But some of them do still click, but like these ones here, like it does actually work, but it's just very hard, and sometimes you've got to push down that little bit harder. So moving on to the 4-channel mixer. The 4-channel mixer is just a basic mixer, there's no effects on them. You've got 2 microphone inputs, and obviously you've got 4 channels, and you've got your master channel, and it works fine. The channel number 3 can be used as a USB input as well, so if you actually want to use the CDJ, use the mixer, sorry, and put a USB input going into a PC or something, you can actually do that, and you can have a USB input, but I don't ever tend to really need to use this, as it doesn't really affect me, as I have a phono input in my channel 2 that just goes straight to my PC anyway, and that gives me all my sound and stuff like that. And the only thing I would recommend is, or I would say is, some of my channels have gone a little bit dodgy. They've just gone a little bit, I don't know if I've just been a little rough with a mixer, but sometimes the sound just sort of is a little bit crackly when you're moving these volume faders up and down. But other than that, I've had no issue with the mixer whatsoever. I turn it on, it always turns on completely fine, and it does everything that I want it to do, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've had these, like I say, just over a year, about a year and a month, just over a year and a month, and I've absolutely loved them. They've been my pride and joys. I have got to say it to you though, I do love my vinyl. I'll always love my vinyl. I've also had my vinyl turntables just over a year as well, and I will always love my vinyl, but I do love these little beauties as well. So please do like, please do comment, share, subscribe, all the rest of it, and we'll see you next time. Peace out, peeps.